Hi, friends. Welcome back. This is the Tommy Obenchain podcast, and I'm Tommy Obenchain, your host. Delighted to be here with you, as always, today for what is a great show ahead. So, it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving in America. So, if you're tuning in and you're also in America, a very happy Thanksgiving. Or if you're a American overseas, a very happy Thanksgiving to you. Or if you're just a patron of the Thanksgiving holiday, then a happy Thanksgiving to you too. That's enough holiday greetings for now. But I am really excited to be with you today. We've got a great episode ahead, and if you're watching this and you're a subscriber to the email, some great inclusions in today's email. Two things I'll highlight right off the bat. First, a walkthrough of how to book hotels on our fantastic hotel booking portal. If you are not yet a subscriber to the TommyObenchain.com email, might I invite you to subscribe right now? Hit pause, stop what you're doing, go subscribe, and you'll have access as well to our fantastic hotel booking portal where you can get the best hotel rates at hotels all over the world and get access to premium packaging and VIP perks like Virtuoso and Hyatt Privé and Four Seasons Preferred Partner, etc., where your rates aren't just the best available on the market, actually sometimes even better, but they also include things like complimentary breakfast, hotel and resort credits, room upgrades when they're available. The list goes on. And when you book with TommyObenchain.com, it means that you're booking with me or one of our travel advisors who will be able to make sure that your hotel booking and your travel plans are just taken care of for you. We'll reach out to the hotel in advance on your behalf, letting them know that you're coming and that you're very important, and sending any special requests along. We can take care of adjacent bookings like airport transfers, etc. for you. This can all be done with the simple sending of an email. You can respond to, the email that you get from me as a subscriber, or you can reach out directly via the website or from your booking. In all cases, we're here to, take care of you and really genuinely help you travel better. That's why we built out this hotel portal at large, and it's at no added cost to you as a subscriber, which is very cool. Also, if you just want a more custom put together package, you don't want to do any of the research yourself, we can do that too. That's what's so cool. I'm happy to help, and I'm here to be a resource to you. And seriously, like, this whole thing is built so that you can travel well. It's not just words on a page or my voice speaking into a mic. I don't just want to be flying around this podcast on its own. We want to really help you fly around and, travel better because of it. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being a subscriber. Let me know your feedback. Send questions that you have. Enjoy the ability to do your own research and see what's out there. And if you want a little extra handholding or just some good old-fashioned white glove service, that's what we're here for at TommyObenchain.com. So seriously and sincerely, thank you. And with that, there's a new vlog that's also online on YouTube, which I'm really excited about. It's from my recent Turkish Airlines flight in business class from Dallas to Istanbul, where I redeemed miles for the trip. And let me just simply say it was worth it, and then invite you to go see for yourself why. It's a very fun video. If you haven't yet, click subscribe on YouTube. I would invite you to do so. You'll be the first to know about new videos when they drop, or you'll find out here. So in all cases, go watch it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it was consistent with your experience if you've flown Turkish Airlines in business class before. Love to know what you think comparing it to other business class experiences maybe that you've had, whether that on, Turkish Airlines, Starlines partners like United and their Polaris cabin, or Lufthansa or Swiss and their Allegris and Swiss Senses cabin, respectively. A lot of Starlines partners across the Atlantic that are out there. Air Canada's got a really compelling product. Brussels Airlines has come a long way with their product too. Singapore Airlines even connects the Atlantic from New York to Frankfurt that goes onwards to Singapore. So Turkish Airlines is not alone in the Starlines ecosystem. I know that I'm forgetting other carriers right now in my quick naming, and really I'm doing that somewhat intentionally because the list is long. But then there's obviously other non-Star Alliance carriers that we're curious to compare them to. I flew back on Air France in business class. That's a video that's forthcoming, along with a review that will be published on the website and to subscribers. And there's even more. So more reviews to come for sure, more vlogs to come with that. I hope you're enjoying them. Would love your feedback on how they can be better. And in that, would invite you to go and watch now, as that is online. You can see the link in the description as well as in the actual email itself. So thanks. And with that, welcome to this episode of the podcast. It's a good day, and there's a lot going on in travel. Obviously, if you're watching, travel is on this rebound after the federal government shutdown that was historically long for a historically long list of reasons. But things are back and on track. I've traveled since the shutdown came to pass, which is good and totally normal. I hosted friends in town this weekend who were arriving from overseas and then traveling onwards domestically, and they had no issues whatsoever with their travels, which was encouraging for their purposes. And then and finally, Thanksgiving volumes were really kind of this, kind of pawn on the chessboard of the shutdown insofar as if the shutdown's not resolved before Thanksgiving, then travel will buckle under the pressure, and that unfortunately didn't have to be realized. But in the same token, it's kind of an interesting fact of the matter because fewer people book. Definitely, air travel is down by a number of points insofar as overall passenger volumes are concerned going into this Thanksgiving holiday. And I'll be curious to watch how it goes for the airlines. My hope is that even amidst that decrease in volume, things are steady and stable. We'll see. But that is news for sure as we're in this week and week into the weekend ahead. And we'll keep an eye on it. You'll hear more about it in the next episode if there's anything to report on with it, for sure. But that being said, I'm kind of interested in watching that. I'm also on kind of the goal line of requalifying for globalist status in the world of Hyatt program, which is Hyatt Hotels loyalty program. And it is the only hotel loyalty program that I actively pursue status in because the benefits are so strong. And I won't speak into it in great detail in this episode, except to say that we're kind of approaching the end of the year. We're very much in quarter four. So, of course, if you're running on an annualized cycle for, well, elite and tier earnings in loyalty programs, this is when you start to feel the crunch. Interestingly enough, right, like American's program actually they don't term out their elite year until the end of February. So you've got a little bit of a kind of cushion there into next year. Others are likewise. But with Hyatt, you've got to close it out by December 31st. And it's looking positive right now. It's looking like we're going to hit the requalification, and I'm excited about that. More on that another time, but it is curious because the only two real tier levels that I care about maintaining in hotel world is World of Hyatt Globalist. It kicks its coverage massively, and then both in recognition, like the benefits you get on property, as well as in just the value of the rewards currency, the value of the points themselves. And then in airline world, One World Emerald is the only tier that I actively am quite keen on keeping and maintaining because of how much the recognition that kicks its coverage. The reward benefits really kind of, are a little more variant program to program, but being One World Emerald has a lot of utility if you fly One World Airlines, especially over oceans. And that's cool if you do. And if you don't, doesn't really matter very much. Kind of again, more so and specifically in airline world, to each his own. Insofar as the benefit different programs and different reward systems and recognition tiers have insofar as your travels are concerned. But those are mine. So watching that, also in news, really excited, like almost booked a flight today, but didn't. JSX has gotten approval to start service out of Santa Monica's airport, and they're not just going to do that, which is kind of neat because it's, a neat airport in the LA area to have their scheduled, in air quotes, air service out of as a Part 135 air carrier, which gives them certain latitudes that Part 121 carriers don't have. But they're also starting with their new ATR turboprops, which should just be very cool airplanes to see on and in the JSX fleet and product. So I am extremely excited to go out and try it. Really want to. Have not booked a flight yet. The other airplane that's coming into service just a day before, so JSX drops and starts that Santa Monica service on the 19th of December. On the 18th of December, American is going to introduce the A321 XLR into passenger service starting on their New York to Los Angeles route, which is kind of, a flagship route of theirs, if you'd go so far as to say that. And it'll be very cool to see. The product is, I'll link it, but beautiful, plainly. New business class suites, the new premium economy seats, which are functionally domestic first class seats, just with leg rests, and then new and somewhat upgraded, but just relatively, kind of more the same than not economy seats. Looks to be a very sharp product. It will not just be for transcon flying at all. This is really to get it into service and get the airline comfortable with the aircraft type. It will roll out and start flying across the Atlantic, routes like Philadelphia to Edinburgh, etc., kind of long, thin routes, as they're called, will be something to see. That is a small airplane to be on for, 7 to 9 hours of stage length flying. Other carriers do it, notably, I think of Iberia. They're meaningfully using the A321 XLR out of Madrid. So is Aer Lingus out of Boston. The list goes on. It'll be cool to see it in American's fleet as they bring it well underway, and they're not the only U.S. carrier to be very bullish on that aircraft type and what it represents for specifically transatlantic operations. So we'll see. But keeping a close eye on that, I'm really keen to go out and get to try both the new A321 XLR when it enters service for American, as well as this JSX ATR turboprop and their new route out of Santa Monica with it, which would be kind of cool. I'm hopeful. Maybe we'll see it in Texas. I don't know what JSX's plans are. They didn't tell me. That's okay. But excited for them for sure. And will be something to see with the Santa Monica service. So that is real. Also, a quick update on One World status. I mentioned that earlier. It matters to me. It may matter to you if you're an American flyer and you'd like to have continuous access, as it's currently allowed into their flagship lounges, even if you're traveling on a domestic ticket in economy. If you have an overseas frequent flyer programs tier, be that kind of equivalent of One World Sapphire or One World Emerald, then you have access to those lounges, no questions asked for you and a guest when you're traveling domestically. So kind of cool. Again, you can fly from Dallas to Austin on a $39 fare on American, put your British Airways Executive Club or Royal Jordanian frequent flyer number on there, and you have access if you're of the appropriate tier. Most people don't hit those tiers though. Well, this is interesting. Royal Jordanian pulled the offer I highlighted on a previous episode, evidently because American was just spitting mad. They were giving U.S. frequent flyers status matches into their program, and therein conveying access to American flagship lounges on domestic itineraries. But now Royal Air Maroc out of Casablanca has done a very similar status match program via statusmatch.com. I'll link it. This is a little more expensive. It's got a little bit more legs to it. Basically, you have status with an equivalent program. You match over into the Safar Flyer frequent flyer program at either their gold or platinum tier, and then you have the conveyance of One World Sapphire or Emerald benefits on your travels when the frequent flyer number is put on the ticket, and that would include lounge access domestically whilst flying American. Again, not just Admirals Clubs, which are fine, but flagship lounges, which are actually pretty substantial business class lounges and typically reserved if you're in American's ecosystem, so to say, for international business class passengers or their frequent flyers on international itineraries like over ocean international itineraries, or if you're an American concierge key, their uber secret George Clooney frequent flyer tier, then you have access on all itineraries, but those are few and far between insofar as membership's concerned, and very expensive to get a concierge key card. So I'm, going to leave that one be for now. But kind of a cool promotion. Again, if you're out to get status and have access to flagship lounges, this is now the current way to do so, and the promotion is good as it stands through the end of the year. So more to come there, as so far as if it's interesting to you, in the link that I'll include in the description and email as well. With that, what else did I want to talk about on the show today? Really, I've hit all my wave tops for now. I'll be back in the next episode with both recent travel news along with inspiration for your upcoming trips and just what has my attention in the world of travel. Go on, if you're a subscriber, and use your password to access the fantastic new hotels booking portal. Let me know what you think, and go ahead and book a rate. Make it count. Make your travels better. Let us, help you do so. And if you have questions, reach out. And if you want a more customized itinerary or need more than just a hotel room, please reach out and I'll be delighted to help. In the meantime, and until we talk next, a very happy Thanksgiving to our U.S. listeners. And with that, thank you for listening to and joining me on the Tommy Oben Chain podcast. I'm delighted to be here. We are here to help you travel well, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for flying with me.